Scorpio, welcome to your monthly reading with the Astroflower. This is going to be a reading going over the 4 weeks. This is week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Overall energies for this month and the karmic messages for this month on regards to your relationship or your emotional side of life and your finances, business, job side of life. Okay, if you haven't seen the general reading that I did for everybody for the month period, quite an amazing reading. And I tell you what, last week's weeklies, the weeklies that's just gone out, everybody apart from 2 or 3 signs had the 8 of Swords. And it wasn't a case of feeling stuck, it was a case of getting free. So let's just go in and let's just see what your overall energy is for this month. It is what it is. It's acceptation, basically. And this is going to help you sort of like get clarity and get you a clear path ahead of you. It really does want to come out. Yeah, it is what it is. So seeing things in a different way, you're going to see, it's going to confirm to you about things in life. But I would try different things. Try approaching people differently. Try a little bit of difference in your business. In your job, just try to do things in a different way, which can be quite difficult for you, sort of Scorpio. Once you've got a routine in place, you really like it. So, yeah, looking at things in a different way, certainly because you're in the last 3 months before your birthday, in the autumn period of your year. So, yeah, it is a moment to look at everything that is around you. Let's just go straight on to see what's going on in the first week of the relationship side of that. Yeah, there seems to be a lot of pressure actually. It's very tight, very sharp. Things are going to come to a head on certain things for you or within relationships. And this could be your family, your friends, community, your partner. But things seem to be coming to a head. Yeah, it's saying goodbye to the old and greeting the new by the looks of things. I think this is a case of. And it's going to take a lot of long-term plans are going to come to the head, come to fruition, really, basically for you. That's going to be quite interesting to see how that sort of like pans out over this month. But yeah, there's you're getting closure on certain things by the looks of things, which is good. And the second week here, it's the fallout of that realization, of that closure, of moving from one stage in your life to another, and this will go into your rhythm. So if you're like 24, 48 or 72, they're going to be particular years. There's also obviously the 33 as well, which comes into it, but you also get like the 42, which could be quite sort of interesting, and the 30 years old as well. So those sort of, if you fall in those sort of age brackets there, definitely a lot of things really coming to closure over this period, and they could have taken years to come to closure, but it's dealing with the fallout of that and where you go forward. Yeah, feeling it, it's gonna make you feel good. I think the fallout of that closure is going to be a case that you feel like you're getting power back within your life. So this could have been a long-term separation that finally. Things have come to an end, and you're going to be able to move on, which is absolutely brilliant. And you're going to be empowered about what you've done in order to get you there. And when you feel empowered about it, you can stomp off in the future. Not quite ready though. It's more after the Libra season. So this is just, it's almost recognizing it and empowering yourself in the second week because of that recognition. Yeah, in the third week, here we go, we're coming back up again. It comes back up mainly at the end of the third week, really. I think this ties into the Hangman more than anything. I think the third week is really tying into the Hangman situation, seeing things a little bit differently. And seeing what it is, you know. And it's a case here of sort of lifting your head and starting to sort of like scan the horizons of what's going on and seeing what is possible. High Priestess, a lot of people have had that. That came up in the monthly collective readings as well. So did the Hangman actually down in this position here, which was a karmic path. And I think these two are in tandem in a way. The way that the Six of Cups is getting closure on certain things, and the High Priestess is getting clarity and vision of where you should be going, and that's with that empowerment that comes through it. And the Hangman was down there, so yeah, and the High Priestess was over here. So yeah, that looks really, really sort of interesting on your relationship side. Let's see what's sort of going on the on your money side and your financial sort of side. Here in the first week, yeah, it's time to do the accounts basically. Time to tie up all those loose ends as well on your accounts front and start looking at what you can invest in the future. And this could be to do with your time, money, material, the physical materials you have, whether you want to buy a new car, new house, that sort of thing. It's just looking at what's possible at the moment. Queen of Cups, she was in this position last week for the overall reading, the general reading. So basically, yeah, it's asking you to sort of, if you're going to approach this with the idea of what is my ideal? How can I best serve my future investments? And that could be within your job or your career path, your business or your projects, in the way that it can actually be fun and also provide a situation which is also endearing for others or beneficial for others. I think you'd really enjoy that. How you can enlarge your scope of your investment so it actually makes benefits for most people, not just yourself. I think you'll actually enjoy that. Let's just see what the second week brings in for you. It's much more as things calm down on your relationship side. On this side, that initiation thing is sort of like, then you're going to have to run around and start thinking out. Run around, when I say running around here, is more sort of like in your ideas, really. This is quite mental. But running around sort of sorting out, kind of going, what job do I want to be doing next year? Where do I want to be next year? What activities do I want to do? What investments do I want to make next year? That sort of thing. And it's now starting kind of going, if I do this, this will happen. If I do this, that will happen. It's calculating it and putting it, calculating it. So there you go. Loads of different choices, maybe too many. Could be a case of procrastination, as seen from the exterior. But you need to examine every single one. But after a while, you'll realise that there is no choices. There's just an evident path to follow, and that's that one there. And as you work it out on your financial sort of thing, so if you're thinking of changing a job or changing, quite literally the industry that you're working in, just look at all the angles first. And I think this is the second week will be a good week to do that. It will give you clarity and that vision of where you're going and what you're supposed to be doing and how to do it with a lot more ease. Let's see what's going on in the third week for you. With that calculation of how you want to put things into place, it's kind of like, now that's clear or now that's evident, let's start that's when this comes into working it out, the High Priestess. So it's almost as if they do an exchange. So it's almost as there's like, on this side here, it's a feeling of satisfaction of where you're going and how you want to do it. If you're going to want to invest something, you've got to make sure what you're investing your time, effort, money into before you go forward. And looking at it in different angles is all to do with this. But it should be an exciting time. And I think that's this first week of realising, kind of going, wow, I can do so much more. The possibilities are there. So I think here is much more sort of like a calming down time and sort of like, okay, now let's see how this fits in with the rest of my life in regards to my couple, my family, my friends, that sort of thing. Yeah. Ooh. Tower, you're not the only one. Don't worry, you're not the only one. Tower has been coming out quite a lot. Certainly came up a lot in the weekly readings as well, because that was that first wave that I was talking about in the collective reading. And that Tower seems to be coming up because I think this is where I said you're a little bit sort of, I'm not sure if I said it too early, but I think it's true. You're very sensitive about what's coming down the line. And you can feel this second wave coming in September that I was talking about in the collective reading. And it may be affecting your plans here. So I would, if you're looking at things in a different way, this event that's coming through, I would say around about the 28th of September, something around that sort of time, as far as I can see, when you're going to be able to things are going to be going up, the world is going to go a little bit mad, and you're going to kind of sit there kind of going, do you know what, let the world go mad. I'm going to concentrate on me, my family, and my friends, and make sure that I am okay and everybody is okay. When you are okay, everybody else can be okay. That's the way it works. You can't make sure everybody's okay first. It just doesn't work. Let's just see what's going on the fourth week. So after this Tower moment, so it's going to be, I think, a connection with society around you, which is going to force you on to concentrating on your relationship sides. And then the fourth week here, as the reality hits home, I think, with everybody, it's really busy. Thinking on your feet and thinking quickly seems to be the order of the day for this week, that week there. A lot of things going on. Working with other people. I think that's very true. Realising that, we all depend on each other. It's just the way it goes. So we've got to get over ourselves. There's no one better than you. There's no one worse than you. It's just the way it is. Once we realise that, then all of a sudden we can start really rocking this place. It could be amazing. It really could. Let's just see what's the karmic messages for your relationship side. If the shoe fits and it makes you happy, why not wear it? And this is, I think it's almost sort of saying, why can't you be happy as well? Ideas. It's starting to breathe that idea of kind of going, how do I want to be happy? What makes me happy? What sort of situation will I be happy in? Because when you're happy, everybody else is happy. That's the way it works. That's the way you can ensure that everyone is okay. So allow those ideas to sort of filter through you and combine with that intuition in the third week in order for the fourth week to work with a lot of people. And seeing everything in a slightly different way. Be really nice. Let's see what's going on, the karmic message on the material side. Calm. You've got time. Don't go running off in directions. You don't normally go running off in directions, Scorpio, to be honest. But here is a case here of literally don't get flustered. Hold your nerve sort of scenario, really. Hold your nerve. Everybody's had that. Every single sign has had that at the moment, the Five of Swords. And I think it is a case of walking away from things that cause you headaches. This is what holding your nerve is all about. Realizing that, if you're gonna enjoy this, you've got to work with other people. And why work with other people that just give you a headache? Basically. There you go, Scorpio. There's loads of links in the description below. There's links as well to did I say there's loads of links in the description below. Woo! And there's a link to our sister channel, Cymatic TV, which goes into everything energy. Okay, and that will be really kicking off. I would have thought next week. I'm hoping that the studio will be done by then, and there'll be a lot more smaller videos coming out on this channel. So you're going to want to subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss it, because you will miss out on a lot of information. Okay, In the meantime, Scorpio, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.